Chapter 19, Indispensable Tools. 2 tools are indispensable on the journey to joy. One is kindness, especially to yourself. The other is humor, because you're going to be laughing till you cry at how much you keep missing the point. But I'm deadly serious, which is very serious. Humor and kindness are your best friends. As a native of Lake Wobegon, I thought being kind to yourself wasn't allowed. We Minnesota Lutherans, as Garrison Keillor reminded us often, were indoctrinated to believe that being suspicious of and hard on oneself is the way to heaven. The dude, in other words, myself, was not to be trusted. There was a program to follow. A brutal self-abasement and picayune self-analysis were the appropriate methodologies. I had a ew response to the whole concept of kindness toward myself. Treating oneself as you would your best friend sounds like creepy to us Minnesotans. Let these words penetrate. Give yourself sympathy. Give yourself empathy. Give yourself a break. Give yourself a nod of appreciation and a pat on the back. As I'm writing this, I'm doing it, and I'm actually tearing up. Being hard and tough takes a lot of energy. Bathing yourself in appreciation can be a huge relief. Try it, even for just a minute. It feels weird, right? We try so hard to be kind to others. Why don't we extend it to ourselves? Once you do, it's a game changer. The sense of yourself as public enemy number 1, the persuasive self-distrust, might be the biggest stumbling blocks to happiness. Trungpa Rinpoche once said one needed to give yourself unlimited self-love. From this unlimited self-love came the understanding and motivation for compassion to others. When the Dalai Lama speaks to English-speaking audiences in his well-known bass voice and cadence, from time to time he turns to his translator sitting next to him to help him find a word. Once, when he was giving a talk to Western meditation teachers who had gathered to be with him in India, one woman asked a question about self-hatred, describing how much she had hated herself, how deeply and unworthy she felt. The Dalai Lama turned to his translator, and after a back and forth, His Holiness turned to the woman and asked, "But surely you wish yourself well. Good things?" The woman replied, "No, I don't deserve good things to happen. I'm not worthy of that." And the Dalai Lama began to weep. He'd never even imagined self-hatred, that people didn't wish themselves well. Imagine being raised in a culture where it's assumed you are built from goodness, compassion, and wisdom. That's not the message I got in Lake Wobegon. I've heard it said that this exchange deepened the way the Dalai Lama teaches Westerners. To repeat from an earlier chapter, we don't need to be afraid of who we are. And there's a next step. Not only do we not need to be afraid of ourselves, we can enjoy ourselves. Picture this. You have a really good friend. You really love this person. How do you talk to him? How do you treat her? Do you delight in seeing that person succeed and be happy? Having good friends can serve as a model for being kind to yourself. You might still tease your friend or make fun of his quirks, call out her strange habits. But that person wouldn't stick around if you were as harsh toward them as you are towards yourself. This might sound easy, but it's so hard. It's ingrained in many of us that we can't be lovely to ourselves. When I had my healthcare clinic, I'd observed again and again that this harshness is the number one dis-ease. Being kind to others isn't a Girl Scout or Boy Scout rule. It comes naturally once you've learned to give that crazy, wonderful person in your skin some self-love. Compassion starts at home. One can, of course, go too far. Being kind and having humor is not an excuse to be mean, lazy, or funny at the expense of others. But part of self-love is trusting that we know enough about ourselves that we are reflective enough to judge our motivations and give ourselves accurate feedback when we hurt somebody. And that when we're not reflecting ourselves accurately, somebody will probably let us know, and we'll listen. Maybe you really are the worst person in the world. You got stuck with being the worst person in the world. There's no one worse. Humor and self-kindness are like left-right boxing combinations. First humor, then kindness. Or first kindness and then humor. All day long, you can stand in the ring with the heavyweight complainer and the counterpunch with, "This guy is crazy, but I love him." In a later chapter, I'll review a practice called metta to anchor self-appreciation. Early on my spiritual path, I heard a popular teacher say that you make progress on the spiritual journey according to the length of your body. You take one step back on the path and fall on your face. When you crawl up to where your head is in the mud, stand up, take another step, and fall on your face. You've got to like the mud on your face, or, if possible, making mud pies with the guy or gal that you're journeying with, because you'll be constantly falling. A Zen master described the spiritual path as one continuous mistake. This kindness humor thing is not a one-time deal. You will laugh at how for days or even months you forget to enjoy to be kind to yourself. What to do? Smile and follow up with the humor-kindness combo again and again. And don't pull any punches.